Did you know your brain can still grow new connections after 60? Let me show you how. I remember the moment clearly, my father, 72, staring at the kitchen counter with a puzzled look. He was holding his cup of coffee, steam rising, but his mind wasn't present. "What did I come in here for?" he whispered. It was a quiet question, but it hit me like a thunderclap. At first, we joked about it. "Senior moment," he'd say. But over time, those moments weren't so funny. They became frequent. Conversations trailed off. Familiar roads looked unfamiliar. The sparkle in his eyes dimmed, not just from forgetting, but from frustration, even shame. That was the moment I realized memory loss isn't just about forgetting facts. It's about losing confidence, losing connection, and slowly losing yourself. But here's the truth I wish more people knew. Memory loss after 60 is not inevitable. In fact, recent science shows the human brain has a remarkable ability to adapt, grow, and even regenerate connections, well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. It's called neuroplasticity, and it's one of the most hopeful discoveries in aging science. You don't need expensive pills. You don't need perfect genetics. What you need is awareness, habit, and the desire to fight for your mind. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you won't just know how to protect your memory. You'll feel hopeful, capable, and most importantly, in control again. Let's start with what's actually happening inside your brain after 60. So your brain is made up of about 86 billion neurons, nerve cells that communicate through electrical signals. These neurons form networks called synapses, and those networks are what allow you to remember names, solve problems, feel emotions, and find your keys. As we age, it's natural for some of those connections to weaken. But here's the key distinction. Age-related forgetfulness is not the same as cognitive decline. For example, occasionally forgetting someone's name but remembering it later? That's normal. Walking into a room and wondering why? Common. But regularly getting lost in familiar places, forgetting common words, or repeating questions in the same conversation, those are red flags that need attention. The good news? Just because your brain changes doesn't mean it's breaking down. Aging brains can adapt in amazing ways through a process called neuroplasticity. This is your brain's ability to rewire itself based on experience and learning, and it doesn't stop when you hit 60. In fact, studies have shown that seniors who engage in stimulating mental activities, physical movement, and social connection show actual growth in brain volume. Think of your brain like a garden. If you water it, weed it, and give it sunlight, it thrives. But if you neglect it, let weeds grow and stop tending it, things start to decay. The same is true with memory. Many people think memory loss is just bad luck or genetics, but research shows that lifestyle plays a bigger role than we ever imagined. And what you do daily, what you eat, how you sleep, whether you sit or move, how you handle stress, it all contributes to whether your brain withers or blooms. In the next section, we'll explore one of the most powerful tools you already have to nourish your brain: your food. And trust me, your refrigerator may be more powerful than your medicine cabinet. What you put into your body directly affects what your brain can do. The saying, "You are what you eat," couldn't be truer when it comes to memory and cognitive health. After 60, your brain's nutrient needs become even more specific and more critical to meet. Let's start with the star players: omega-3 fatty acids. These are essential fats found in fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, as well as in walnuts and flax seeds. Omega-3s are like the brain's lubricant, keeping neurons flexible and helping them communicate faster and more efficiently. Studies have linked regular omega-3 intake to better memory, slower mental decline, and even lower risk of Alzheimer's disease. Next up, antioxidants. These are compounds that protect your brain cells from damage caused by oxidative stress, which is one of the main culprits in age-related cognitive decline. Foods rich in antioxidants include blueberries, strawberries, dark leafy greens like spinach and kale, and even dark chocolate in moderation. Blueberries are especially famous for their brain benefits, earning the nickname brainberries in some research circles. Another powerful brain food is turmeric, the bright yellow spice commonly used in curry dishes. Its active ingredient, curcumin, has anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties that may help reduce the buildup of amyloid plaques linked to Alzheimer's. Green tea is also beneficial. It contains both antioxidants and a small amount of caffeine, which together enhance focus and alertness without the jitters of coffee. Hydration, though often overlooked, is equally important. Even mild dehydration can cause brain fog and reduce attention span. Drinking enough water throughout the day supports blood flow and nutrient delivery to your brain. Now let's talk about what to avoid. Excess sugar and processed carbohydrates can spike blood sugar and inflammation, harming brain cells over time. Alcohol in large amounts is toxic to neurons and disrupts sleep cycles, which we'll discuss soon. Cutting back on these can make a noticeable difference in how sharp you feel. Remember, the key isn't perfection, but consistency. Small daily choices, adding a handful of walnuts to your salad, swapping soda for green tea, or adding turmeric to soups can build a foundation that supports your brain for decades. And here's a golden rule many doctors agree on. What's good for your heart is almost always good for your brain. So eating a Mediterranean-style diet rich in healthy fats, fruits, vegetables, and whole grains is a great place to start. Up next, we'll see how pairing good nutrition with physical movement creates a powerful 1-2 punch for preserving your memory. If food is fuel for your brain, then movement is the spark that keeps it alive and thriving. Exercise is not just about keeping your body strong, it's one of the most powerful ways to protect your memory and cognitive health after 60. Here's why. When you move, especially with aerobic activities like walking, swimming, or dancing, your body releases a protein called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. Think of BDNF as fertilizer for your brain cells. It nourishes neurons, encourages the growth of new connections, and even helps generate new neurons in certain parts of the brain. This process helps your brain stay flexible and able to learn new things, even as you age. In fact, studies have shown that older adults who exercise regularly perform better on memory tests and have a lower risk of developing dementia compared to those who don't. But you don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights. Even 20 minutes a day of moderate activity, like a brisk walk around your neighborhood or some gentle stretching, can boost your memory and mood. Balance and coordination exercises, such as yoga or Tai Chi, are also excellent because they engage your brain differently and reduce the risk of falls, which can lead to injuries that affect brain health. Another important benefit of movement is improved blood flow. Your brain relies on a rich supply of oxygen and nutrients delivered through your bloodstream. When you exercise, your heart pumps more efficiently, sending more oxygen-rich blood to your brain, helping it function at its best. Movement also triggers the release of endorphins and other feel-good chemicals, which reduce stress and improve sleep, both crucial for memory, as we'll discuss later. One powerful way to think about exercise is as a refresh button for your brain. When you feel stuck or foggy, a short walk can clear mental clutter, improve focus, and leave you feeling energized and alert. Don't let the idea of exercise intimidate you. Find activities you enjoy, dancing to your favorite music, gardening, or playing with grandkids. The key is consistency and making movement part of your daily routine. In the next section, we'll explore how stress and sleep, often overlooked, are silent players in memory loss and what you can do to reclaim control over both. If food and movement are the fuel and spark for your brain, then sleep and stress are the unseen forces that either help your memory thrive or quietly sabotage it. Let's start with stress. Chronic stress floods your brain with a hormone called cortisol. In small amounts, cortisol helps you respond to immediate challenges, the classic fight-or-flight response. But when cortisol stays elevated day after day, it starts to wear down key parts of your brain, especially the hippocampus, which is critical for forming new memories. Imagine cortisol as a slow drip of acid on a delicate machine. Over time, it weakens your ability to remember and learn new information. People who live with chronic stress are more likely to experience memory problems and cognitive decline. So what can you do? Managing stress is not about eliminating all problems. It's about equipping yourself with tools to respond differently. Meditation, deep breathing exercises, or simply taking a few moments each day to focus on something positive can reduce cortisol levels and protect your brain. Even short walks in nature or spending time with loved ones can calm your mind and lower stress. Now let's talk about sleep, the brain's nightly reset button. During deep sleep, your brain clears out toxins that accumulate throughout the day, consolidates memories, and repairs itself. Poor sleep or sleep disorders like insomnia can disrupt these vital processes, leading to brain fog, poor concentration, and increased risk of memory loss. Studies show that adults over 60 who consistently get 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep perform significantly better on memory tests than those who don't. Creating a sleep-friendly environment, cool, dark, and quiet, along with a consistent bedtime routine, can make a big difference. Avoiding caffeine and screens before bed also helps. And here's an important reminder: mental clutter, the endless buzzing of worries, to-do lists, and distractions can overload your brain, making it harder to focus and remember. Practices like journaling, mindfulness, or even simple digital detoxes can help clear this clutter and improve your mental clarity. Together, managing stress and prioritizing good sleep create a protective shield for your memory. Up next, we'll cover lifestyle habits and brain exercises that actively rebuild and strengthen your memory day by day. Now that we've covered food, movement, stress, and sleep, let's dive into the daily habits and brain exercises that actively strengthen your memory and keep your mind sharp after 60. First, social connection is a major brain booster. Studies show that staying socially engaged, whether it's chatting with friends, joining a club, or volunteering, helps protect against memory decline. Socializing challenges your brain to interpret emotions, recall stories, and think creatively, all of which build mental resilience. Loneliness, on the other hand, is linked to faster cognitive decline and even dementia. Next, lifelong learning is a secret weapon for brain health. Challenging your brain with new activities, learning a language, playing a musical instrument, or even tackling puzzles like crosswords or Sudoku stimulates neuroplasticity. It forces your brain to form new connections, keeping it agile and resistant to age-related decline. Don't worry about being perfect or fast. The key is consistency and enjoyment. Another powerful habit is practicing mindfulness or meditation regularly. These techniques not only reduce stress, as we talked about earlier, but also improve focus and memory by training your brain to stay present. Just a few minutes a day can help build a calmer, clearer mind. Let's not forget the power of routine and organization. Using calendars, lists, and reminders might sound simple, but they free your brain from juggling too many tasks, reducing mental clutter and improving recall. Over time, these systems support independence and confidence. Lastly, avoid smoking and limit alcohol consumption. Both have been shown to damage brain cells and increase the risk of memory loss. Choosing a brain-healthy lifestyle overall creates a strong foundation for long-lasting memory. Remember, the journey to a sharper memory isn't about overnight miracles. It's about small, consistent steps that build over time. Think of it as gardening your mind. With patience, care, and the right habits, your brain can flourish and grow stronger every day. You're never too old to start caring for your memory, and every choice you make today shapes your brain's future. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need this message. Your brain is your most valuable asset. Treat it well. Thanks for watching, and here's to a sharper, healthier mind at every age.